Now we wait. Oh, buddy. $164 magic. 72 magic. How does he have so much less than Tifa? Does the God Hand just give like some insane magic buff? And I think the Zydric does too. But like, holy crap. Alright, so we have to use slow with Cloud. Or whoever has it. The plan is... slow with Sid. Big guard with Tifa. Block with Tifa. Zero Bahamut with Sid, Mime with Cloud, and then I can't do anything else, or else I ruin my Mime. There's nothing else we have to do, right? And he stands there menacingly. Did I just take a magic barrier? Is his stomp magic based? The heck? It looked like a magic barrier to me. Good thing I remembered to take that counterattack off. Because counterattack would have ruined the strat. It's that kind of thing where like you jump into the fight and immediately realize that's going to ruin your strat, so you reset real quick and fix it. But we cannot make a mistake like that. That's why I like really try to take my time before a fight. Because that's the type of thing I do all the time. I jump into a fight and I'm like, oh, this guy has counterattack. Or whatever, you know? So Sid is doing almost 3k damage. How much is Cloud gonna do? It's like more than double his magic. Also, Diamond Weapon has what, 30k? This is definitely the strat. He has no chance. Being slowed, like there's no way. He's not even gonna start his campaign. Especially weight tricking this whole thing. Also, if you're wondering why I'm using Sid, it's because he has the lowest HP, so I wanted him to use the MP. Because he's probably not going to be used the rest of the game. And Bahama Zero takes an MP. So what are the chances we do all this, we get to the Northern Crater, first encounter in the Northern Crater is a Master Tomberry and just walks up and stabs Cloud? Just no mercy, just walks straight up to him and stabs him. I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, well played, man. I don't remember if Safety Bit protects. I feel like I remember either Safety Bit or Death. Whatever it's called. The Death Resistance enemy skill. I feel like I remember one of them not working, but I don't remember which one. Death Force. I don't think this will be 9s because it's halved. But it's going to be a lot. If there were 9s, he'd be dead. I think it's going to be like 5k. 4k. So that's 16k. All I gotta do is mime it again and I win. Easy W. And then we gotta figure out Hojo. Don't really know what to do with Hojo. Might also just be, I mean, we have a lot of MP. We did a really good job saving MP. So, can probably just throw on ribbons and do this. Which I don't think is what we did on the other one, but we have so much extra MP. And we also have MP on characters that are going to be useless in the final dungeon anyways, so. It's a cool idea, Darth, but there's just no way to do it. We have no way to petrify, like, safely. But yeah, it would work. You could petrify like Cloud in a fight where there's AoE. And it would protect him. So for some strange reason, it doesn't set your HP to 1 if you're petrified at the end of a fight. And even if it did, you could unpetrify him. But, like, you don't even have to unpetrify him, I don't think. Pretty sure they just keep their health at the end of a fight. which is weird. I'm pretty sure that's not the case in most of the other games. You could manipulate Gig Hog keys, but at that point, you're doing more work than necessary to just kill them. Because you don't stay petrified. Like, we can't go Petrify Cloud and then go into another fight. Status ailments don't stick in this game. Which is also pretty odd. Like, it's pretty odd that, not even poison sticks in this game. Nothing except fury and sadness stick. So yeah, if we didn't do enough damage here, it'd be game over. But because we did the mime strat correctly, we'll kill him before the countdown ends. But he actually did start the countdown. Yo, thank you, Machu. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, a little scary, but we're through. And we get our massive reward, too. Which, we're not super underleveled anymore, but we're certainly not overleveled, so this can be pretty nice. Oh, yeah. We'll take that. You know, I didn't think about Vagrous Claws. Do those not deal damage? Maybe there is some kind of wild strat where you could get Vagrous Claws and, like, throw them in a fight to take Cloud out of the fight. Don't worry about this. Just the Steam version being the Steam version. Bro, we gotta try that. Wait. If this run dies, before we start the next one, we have got to try throwing a Vagrous Claw on Cloud, like right before Supernova, and see if he could survive Supernova. Because if that were the case, you could maybe get away with, like, not doing Quadra Magic. Okay. Now I'm interested. I really like the idea of the possibility of doing this run without, like, Chocobo stuff. But we're just forced to because, like I said, Safer will end us if we don't kill him immediately. But maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way. Barrett. Barrett's gonzo. Sid's almost gonzo. So I think we just keep this squad into Midgar. I don't think there's any scary enemies in Midgar. I think we're relatively safe. I mean, there's some scary enemies, but nothing that does, like, demi damage. Or insta-kills. Don't accidentally do the skip. It's got to be down and right, I think, so kind of hard to do on accident, but you know someone's done it. You know there's someone out there that accidentally skipped that and then was like, this game makes no sense. What happened to the Turks? What happened to... Like, missed half the game. Yeah, I've never heard of it happening, but it had to happen to someone somewhere. Gotta be careful. I think Ultimate Weapon is here, right? Pretty sure he shows up, like, right after Diamond. Okay. I think we just run this. We need to give you the Zydric back. And the Tough Ring back. Although, actually the Protect Ring is better than the Tough Ring for running away. So you can have the Tough Ring. And as long as you have cover, I think we're good. Yeah, so if Ultimate Weapon decides to attack Midgar, you're forced to do this first. You can also just accidentally fly into it when you're chasing him around, but if he happens to attack Midgar, you actually get stuck. And you have to do it. Yeah, we bought more covers. At this point, we only need 2 because our main one's at 60%. Look at that goofy dog. What the dog doing? Alright, let me run to the bathroom. And then we make our final trip through Midgar. Alright. We have an hour and 40 minutes. I say we can do this. I think we can do this. We don't need anything else. I think we can run to the end. I was gonna see... I think all we want from here is W item. We don't want the Aegis Armlet. Yeah. Missing score is useless. We could grab the Master Fist. But I don't think we're going to use Tifa. All right. I'm confident. Let's go. We are now speedrunning. I want to finish this today. Either finish it or die trying. I wish I could stay late today, but we promised my youngest son we would go out for his birthday tonight. Which, his birthday was yesterday, but we couldn't go out yesterday. So, you know, We gotta go. We gotta go out. But I think an hour and a half will be enough time if we go fast. But we can't go so fast that we make mistakes. You guys can run anytime you want. I knew it. Luckily, most of the stuff here is pretty harmless. Ow. It does some damage. I'll give you the protect ring. For now. Because she should be the only one taking damage. I don't think anything uses magic here. Oh god. Tifa's confused. Ow. You know, I'm not sure what I even want to do against Proud Claude. Wasn't even thinking about Proud Claude. Oh, this is a free fight. Might as well fight it. What do I want to do against Proud Claude? I mean, it's not going to do a lot of damage, but we don't necessarily want to be in the fight super long. I mean, we have Sid. Might as well just bring in Sid and Quadra Magic Bahama Zero and just do that. Might as well use his MP. It's not long for this world. Cloud's doing 500 damage in the back row. Wow. No, we're not getting Knights of the Round. I don't know, man. The whole final dungeon as well. I don't think we're going to be able to do this in an hour. Now that I'm thinking about it. But do we wait a whole nother week? I mean, the final dungeon is quite a chunk, so like saving that for next week isn't insane. It's just a bit of a cliffhanger. But we got to do carry armor today, which is the big one. I would not have wanted to end today without doing carry armor. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that. I don't want to like pressure myself and then make a stupid mistake. So, we'll do that. We're planning for that. And maybe I'll decide what I want to do after this as well. Because I was thinking, if we beat this in one try... well, here's what I was thinking. You guys tell me what you think. I was thinking, if we actually do this on our first attempt, we should do a second run with more stipulations. Even though this run is completely insane, and we could do the same exact run again and fail with worse RNG. So, like, that's not to say the run's easy or anything. But it would be cool to try it with more stipulations if we beat it on our first try. Having said that, I am a little worried about doing stipulations because the more we take away, the more we're just going to have to cheese. Like, for example, if we were to say, like, no summons or something, then it's just going to be like, okay, now we got to do, like, Choco Buckle or do, like, some other broken thing. You know, oh, we take away, like, summons and enemy skill. Okay, now we got to do... Or, like, we take away summons and magic. Okay, now we gotta do question marks. Oh, we take away question marks. Okay, now we gotta do, like, Vincent kills or something. Like, I don't know. You know, like, there's always gonna be something else that we can cheese with once it gets to late game. So, and, like, again, like I said before, we have to cheese safer. Like, we cannot fight safer normally. We will lose. So, yeah, it's just like, what stipulation could we do to where it would be fun, but not just completely necessary to cheese the entirety of, like, mid-game? So I don't know. And, you know, if we make it too ridiculous, we'll be here until 2040, because every time we get to the end and fail, it's another 40 hours. Well, more like 25 hours. So we can't, you know, we have to be smart about it. Don't you dare punch Cloud, Tifa. I will end you. So I don't know. Something like No Sadness could be interesting, but I think we'll just lose very quickly. Like, early game would be a disaster with No Sadness. So I don't know. I think this run is pretty perfect. We can just barely beat it. You know what I mean? If we do beat it, it's going to be with thousands of HP left. So even though we did beat it on our first try, it's not like it was easy. It's not like it turned out, oh, we could do a lot more stipulations. Yeah, if anything, I would want to do more stipulations and then not do Ironman, you know? And then we could go crazy. Then we could say, like, no sadness, no summons, no mime, no chocobos, and then, like, attempt to, you know, we could, like, do 1,000,000 attempts of everything until we have, like, the perfect run. It's not that it's super hard, but they do some pretty good damage, and Yuffie side quest is just much easier. I think we took like 200 damage from the entirety of the Wutai side quest. I think we could have done this fight. Now that we have Quadramagic, at the time I didn't know if we'd have Quadramagic Mime or not. But now that we do have Quadramagic Mime, you know, that fight would just cost us some MP. Okay. Now I'm not so worried about time. I can stop and think about Proud Claude. But I think we're just gonna waste Sid's MP. I don't see any reason not to. There's no real cheese to him. There's no good way to resist damage. There's no good way to, like, deal a lot of damage. Really the best way to deal with this guy is ignoring defense, which is Muhammad Zero. So, because he has 300 magic defense. Necrosis mod, oops, all ruby weapons. Perfect. Sounds great. I'm in. So, similar to before, we do Wizard Bracelet, Earring, Protect Ring on you. Actually, Protect Ring on you. Tough Ring on you. You get the Zydric this time. You need long range, so I guess instead of added cut. Good thing I checked. I was like, hold on, does he have enough MP? Yeah, this barely does. No counterattacks, right? Too bad we get the misstyle after this. Ooh, give me 1 second. Gotta answer a phone call. Here we go. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I can't big guard with Sid. Why is Sid's legs broken during this cutscene, by the way? I can't actually with anyone. I don't have it. Let's think here. We just do it. Wrong one. I think we just do it. So yeah, man, I should have put on fire. I forgot his knee blender attack is fire, I think. I know nothing about this fight. This fight is such a meme. I barely think about it. It's funny in a challenge like this, it's actually scarier than normal. I can't wait to design this fight in Crucible. I'm gonna make this the most insane fight. This dude's gonna be the final boss. Yeah, either... So, 30% of the time, we skip this entirely, whether it be like a speed run or challenge run where we're allowed to use skips or have to use skips. Then we just skip this fight entirely. The other 70% of the time, by this, well, not 70, but 50% of the time, we're allowed to use the W item glitch, and we get W item just before this, so then we hero drink and just smash this fight. So it's only a very small percentage of the time where we don't have W item glitch, we didn't skip the fight, so he actually is annoying, but he still doesn't do any damage. So unless it's something like this where every little tiny bit of damage matters, all you gotta do is have the ability to heal, and this fight's easy. So yeah, this might be the hardest or most scary Proud Claude fight ever. And it's still not scary, but he'll have the most impact. And I'm actually pretty glad that I did this because we can't really sit in this fight very long. It's such a long fight that Big Guard would cost too much MP to keep up. Thinking about my plan for Hojo, because I don't think we can... Can you mime across forms? I don't think you can. I might do Bahamut mime for the first fight, and then... Or maybe we'll just fight him in the first fight, and then the second fight we do Bahamut mime, and then throw Quadra Magic on the last fight. The last fight's not that scary if you have cover. In fact, you can do a pretty cool strat with cover counterattack on the final fight. I gotta make sure I don't defend or anything. Screwed up. It'd be cool to do the counterattack strat, but I just don't know if I want to do that, because I'd have to put on Ribbon. Also, there's some goofy stuff you can do in that third phase, if I remember correctly, so might not be a good idea. But yeah, you can put on cover counterattack with like Tifa and just have her smack him. Because the combo, each part of the combo counts as a hit, so you get like a bunch of counterattacks. But our counterattack isn't very leveled up. That's a nice 20k damage. Somehow Bahamut Zero is even cooler with this music. It's like he's just shooting down all of Midgar. He's had enough of Midgar's antics. Just blow the whole city up. How much HP does Proud Cloud have? Is it the same as Diamond? Or less? Or more? I don't think he has more than Diamond, does he? He has 60,000? Did they fall asleep on their keyboard? Put too many zeros? We're going to be here in a minute then. And we're also going to take some hits, but hopefully it's not too bad. Trying to be really careful, I can't screw up my mind. It's such a shame. It's such a shame they came up with this really cool enemy and gave it so much HP that it's like the finale of the Shinra story. He just does nothing. All they had to do is give this guy like a cool gimmick or some like scary attacks, and this would have been one of, if not the coolest fight in the game. And honestly, it would make a problem for a lot of our challenge runs. Tifa doing work. Yeah, man. In Crucible, we're gonna cook on this fight. I want to do something awesome for this fight. I don't know what. We gotta do something cool. Yo, that's such a cool idea. We should have Scarlet and Heidegger like fighting over the controls. And when Scarlet has control, it's like a certain type of attack, and when Heidegger has control, he does something else. And we could have like text pop up Scarlet's like, hey, give me that. And then you know what the next attack's going to be. I like this idea. By the end of the fight, we just hear like, "Ka-ha-ha, ga-ha-ha, ga-ha-ha, ga-ha-ha." You have to pay attention to the laugh. Depending on the laugh, you know what the next attack's going to be. We can have like a super strong counter when Heidegger's in control. So you have to like stop attacking when Heidegger's in control. Because otherwise it wouldn't matter whether or not Gyahaha or Kyahaha is controlling. You would just fight normally. So you gotta have some kind of punish if you attack at the wrong time. And then maybe when you get rid of the armor, it like gets rid of the counter attack. And then you can just fight from then on. Yeah, maybe Heidegger as a physical counter and Scarlet as a magic counter. And then when you blow up the armor, it like blows Heidegger out of his seat. And then it's just Scarlet for the rest of the time. Yo, thank you, Mox. So I think we have him down to like 10,000, 100,000 HP. Something like that. Got like 900 summons to go. 1.7 billion stars in the sky. Yeah, finishing today was an absolute dream. Wish upon a star. I completely forgot this guy was going to take 20 minutes to kill. That was a pipe dream. Should be able to do Hojo, though. I hope Hojo goes well. I'm gonna tell him that. I defeated Proud Claude for your birthday, son. I hope you're proud. Hope you're happy with that. I got you no gifts. Just that. How's it going, Waffle? No, so at the very most, everyone will get one limit break. So it's basically a no limit challenge as well. That sounds impossible, Dewey. Can't be done. Trying to think if there's anything else we can do for Hojo. I think I'm gonna bring Vincent in. Bring Vincent in. We can cook the first phase. And then nice. And then maybe we Bahamut mime the second phase to keep the legs dead. That should be like a free win. And then Bahamut 0. The last phase, it'd be cooler to do a counterattack, but that's just going to be too risky and not necessary. And everybody gets ribbons. Especially Cloud, but everybody gets ribbons for sure.